I guess I knew this day would come sooner or later. I'm heading back to Wisconsin. Welcome everyone. In today's video I am heading back to Wisconsin, but it's not what you think. I'm not giving up on Florida. This is going to be a quick turnaround. It's Saturday morning and I'll be back here in Florida tomorrow evening. And here comes my plane. Here's the Whitetail Inn, one of our 3 or 4 favorite places to eat here in the North Woods of Wisconsin. This is where we met Chris Farley one time. Chris Farley and his father were having dinner here. So there's our house, and there's the eagle nest. I'm zooming in. I'm not seeing any activity there right now, but that is a massive nest. That thing is huge. It's got to be 10 or 12 feet across. I'm going to walk out on the dock and see if we can get a better view. Sometimes you can see activity, the head's poking up. We'll check it out. Well, they've certainly been here. Besides making the mess, they're dropping these sticks down. And oftentimes we'll find some really nice feathers down here. Look at this mess on the sidewalk, those rascals. I mentioned in other videos, we cannot keep the eagle feathers. They're illegal to own. However, they're still fun to find. I have a friend who's part of the Potawatomi tribe, as Native American. He can keep the feathers, so I often give the feathers to him. There's a little downy feather. That's not very impressive. We like the great big long 18-inch feathers. There's a nest from almost directly underneath. Let's walk out to the water. Boy, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? Kind of cool. Probably in the upper 50s, low 60s. But spring is here. There was a family of geese here earlier. There were some ducks floating around. I haven't seen any loons, however. Let's turn around and see if we can take a look at that eagle. Oh, I can see him from here. Look at that. He's up there. Do you see that little head moving around? That's him right in the middle. Sorry, I'm having a hard time keeping the camera steady. But there's one up there. I don't know if that's the female or the male. They're very difficult to tell apart. But sure enough, there he is. These are all good signs for raising a family this year. There's the old homestead. And that big tree right there. That's the eagle tree. Well, I have to head to the airport in a little less than an hour. I love Florida. I'm really happy I moved. But it's so nice here right now. I'd kind of like to stay a little longer. It's going to be much harder for me to get up here on a regular basis. But I'll do the best I can. Here's a little larger feather. Still very small, only about 5 or 6 inches. This poor fella's seen better days. I suppose we'll have to take him down one of these years. But he's still doing well, welcoming guests. Gotta brush him off though. And of course, everybody is welcome. We see loons pretty frequently on the lake, but there's none out there this morning. I don't think this has been a home to anybody for a long, long time, but you never know. Well, I think that's about it for my trip to the North Woods. I've got to get my bag, get a little gas in the rental car, and start to head back to Milwaukee and fly south to Florida. I'll see you when I get on the plane. You know we're in Milwaukee because we're at the recombobulation area. That's where we put our stuff together after we leave security. Boy, this airport is empty today. Look at this. Wow. Good morning. Welcome to Florida. We're going to start the day by visiting a local restaurant for breakfast, and do I have a full day ahead of me. Someone in my neighborhood is missing their cat. It's been missing for 2 weeks, and I saw it run by the back of my yard yesterday. So they came and set this live trap last night to see if they could catch him. He's one of those 6-toed Hemingway cats. Nothing today. But listen to all these birds this morning. I think there might be a mockingbird building a nest in I don't know if it's a tree or a bush or what it is here. But I see a lot of activity there, and who knows, we'll see. That little rascal right there. And now they just flew over there, and I think that they are building in this tree. Oh, sure enough, there it is. There's a nest, and that's why they've been scolding me. And there's the bird right there. You see him? And while we're talking about bird nests, I just got word from Wisconsin that a baby eaglet has been spotted in the eagle nest. Let's leave the birds behind and head to breakfast. There's a chain of restaurants here in Naples called Skillets. I kind of like them. So let's head over there. One of the things I like here is they always give you your own pot of coffee at every table. And a lot of the flavored creamers. They have a really large menu, and they've got interesting specials, but what I like is between 7 and 9 a.m., $8.95 breakfast. Pretty good breakfast too. And the sign says well-behaved dogs are welcome here. And they even have a dog water bowl. Maybe more than one out here on the patio. Doesn't that look delicious? And breakfast is over. And it's time to get started with work. As I was leaving, there was an old man carrying a huge box of playing cards. I mean, this thing was the size of, those paper cartons. And I heard the lady saying that there was going to be a group and they had to set up a couple of tables. So now that it's the off season down here in southern Florida, all the retirees get together and they play cards in the morning at the restaurant, I guess. Well, now that we've all been fed, it is time for work. And the last people that lived in the house that I bought the house from painted everything in a flat color. And the reason they did that, I know it's because that hides imperfections. They did a sloppy job of covering, nail holes and patch things, where they had things hanging on the wall. And then they just slapped very sloppily a coat of paint on. So I'm tackling it one room at a time. So today, I'm in one of the bathrooms. Yesterday, I filled any holes, sanded things smooth, took brackets off the walls, which they never did. Last time they painted, all of the brackets, like the towel racks and things, were all just covered in paint. So that's going to be my chore today. So you can see I took the towel racks off. I sanded all of this smooth. I'm going to leave the brackets on because I can paint up alongside those and then put the holders on top of that. But I've done that in all locations. Any place where there was sloppy patching, I sanded smooth. So this should look good by the time we get it painted. And look at that. You can just see where there was paint on here. It looks like, I don't know if that's another color paint, if they just left this on there between two paint jobs or if that's some plaster or something. But I'll have to get these all cleaned up. It comes off pretty easy. I'll have to get these all cleaned up before I put them back. And here's more of the same, where I did clean things up. Here you can see there's a couple of patch holes I had to take care of. And we're going to get this place looking really nice by the time I'm done. And it's everywhere. They didn't even bother to take the switch plate covers off, so I just scraped the paint that was building up along here, sanded that down, and it's going to look like new by the time I'm done. Well, this was kind of a strange video. It took me to 2 states and fixing up my bathroom and even going to breakfast. I hope that you enjoyed it. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe by clicking my face in the corner, and don't forget to ring that bell icon. That way you'll know when I post new videos. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I'm Mark, and this is the Average Me channel.